Questions for Dontay?
Scott from there,
Yeah, seeing as I have the mic here. How was Scatterboo out there? How was it trying to chase him down?
Yeah, all week we pretty strong. 11 hats to the ball, and he run very hard, as we can see on that goal line play. So, hats off to Arizona State and that running back. He's very good.
You're getting a lot of really good play from the linebackers. How much of that do you think is centered around the defensive line is starting to solidify? You guys are, as healthy as you've been, and then allowing those guys to come down and fill gaps and make plays.
Yeah, shout out to Coach Brad and Coach Stu. We have like a front six meeting every week, and the front six talk about how we got to fit our gaps and how they're gonna play off the D line. And I feel like this is probably the best game we actually played off of each other, and I'm very proud of my guys.
Dontay, you played against a very good center, and you impacted the game. Was there any different, practicing or any different things that you kind of went over this week? You're going against somebody that was such highly talented as a blocker.
I would say shout out to our scout team. Giving us a good look. Like this year, probably the best scout team we ever had. Just them throwing the ball on us and stuff, actually challenging us, not giving up anything easy. And our line gave us the best. Actually, our scout team center is one of our D linemen, Keelan Smith. And he's a little to move, so he's getting me prepared. And the center over there, he's very good. He challenged me a lot, but my name wasn't called a lot, but I was doing my job, and that's all I can ask for.
I think Antoine Peak has had four fumbles in 3 games, led the team in tackles today. As a leader on this team, as someone who's played with him for so long, what's it mean to see him getting the spotlight and actually performing as well as he has?
Yeah, his dad's a legend at the school, and he got them genetics of punching that ball out. But he the quietest guy on the team, and I'm very proud of him and how he just come up to work every day, and just a guy that just put his head down and work. And I'm pretty sure the whole team's probably proud of that guy right now.
As a defense, when you get a forced fumble like that, how much momentum does that create in a game like this?
Just not that. Give us confidence, we can actually stop them, bend, don't break. They was driving down the field. Finally got that forced fumble, and I just changed our mindset. We can actually do this. And it gave the offense back confidence because we wasn't doing so good at first, giving them a touchdown that easy, and then end up doing that forced fumble to change everything.
How much do those 4th down stops provide momentum for not just the defense but the offense, knowing it's a chance to go out there?
Oh yeah, I was wondering, are they actually gonna run it? Then they actually ran it 4th down 3 times.
At least twice, yeah.
Yeah, and it was just those are huge. Those basically a turnover, a pick or a fumble. So we take that and we just run with it.
As a team, y'all defense got way better. So what are you guys doing consistently? Is it the players? Is it your mindset? What's the difference maker? Because the defense most definitely improved.
Yeah, the first thing is just a connection. This team from last year is not as connected as it was this time around, and we having fun in a hotel. It's a big difference, and I can tell you right here, it's a big difference. Just getting them Goldie, wherever we found him at, Goldie, and the Canteen and them boys. All our transfers, every transfer we got is important on this team, and they're stepping up to be a leader. Canteen, first-year captain, and he just got here 6 months ago. So you can see a testament of how his leadership go around, not including the DBs and D-line. He get on me if I'm not talking in practice or anything like that.
Aaron, Ryan, and Steele.
5-2 this season, 3-1 in conference, and you kind of helped put this team together as one of the leaders. What's it mean to you to know the impact you've had on this team?
Yeah, we preach all off season we have to fix that locker room. If we don't, we're not going to win any games. And that's the first thing we did, get all them great guys like Canteen and Goldie, like I said. And those guys are just locker room guys. The vibe around the team, even though I challenged the team the pit week because we ended up losing that game, and I challenged them remember this feeling because it's gonna go a long way. And then the last couple of games we just won came down to the wire, and we just remember that feeling.
Arizona State scores on their first drive. You guys limited them to just 65 yards the rest of the half. What were those conversations like on the sideline with Coach Fight and Coach Stu?
Yeah, that's one thing. Canteen, Goldie, each person at each level always come to a different group and talk to them what we gotta fix, and we look at the iPad and we adjust from there. Never no arguing, we all together.
Steele.
You do look like a godfather. Speaking of, when the question was asked about how this team has improved this year, I remember last year you went on Twitter and you apologized to the fans for the play and everything. How do you feel about being justified for doing that?
I feel like it was on us, Gavin, Gerhardt, me, the captains that was coming back. I just felt like we let the fans down. they did not deserve anything like that, and we didn't put on a show anytime. So I just feel like that was a disappointment. I knew we had built something special. You know, Jack Griffin, Zach Grant, and Cass and Carter, the rest of the recruiting staff told me to go. I decided to come back and just wanted to win.
Feels like defensive coordinator Tyson Vite has pushed the right buttons at the right time, especially over the past month of conference play. How do you feel just overall about his progression as a play caller on defense compared to other?
Yeah, it's just like that. It's just the trust he got. Like one time I asked him for a play call to run because I knew what was going to happen the next drive, and he trusted me, and we got to stop. So just that confidence he got in us. He's just not a coach that's just gonna go anything. He gonna ask the players what they want, and then we're just gonna adjust from there.
You guys are at Colorado next week, and obviously Coach Prime, Shedeur Sanders, Travis Hunter. Does that, as a defensive player and the leader of a defense, get you a little extra juice, competitive fire to play in that kind of environment against that kind of team?
I just know my guys are competitive. Like, we know they're great players, but we have to also game plan. Like, we gotta put our shoulder pads on too, just like them. So we're excited for this challenge, and it's prime time. There's nothing better than that and being on ESPN. So we just gonna keep proving ourselves, underdogs, and we're just gonna keep going.
Does the mile high altitude impact any of your preparation going in?
Of course not. It just a little extra challenge, but I don't think it's gonna be a big difference.
Thank you, Dontay. Luke Cannon's next.